Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. So, I got a comment from a YouTuber that goes by the name Mrs. Millwall. Mrs. Millwall asks, I ask, are you up on the wonderful Dr. Feelgood? So I respond, I have 5 or 6 albums by Dr. Feelgood. They are an interesting pub band, combination of blues and rock. Do you have a recommendation of a song by them? Take care. And I give him the old peace sign. Peace, baby. Mrs. Millwall replies, Hey, just got home from a gig. Was fab. So I don't know what gig it was. Maybe it was a Dr. Feelgood gig. They're still playing. My Dr. Feelgood recommendation is Down at the Doctor's, Milk and Alcohol. Milk and Alcohol is a great song. I love that song. Or a live version of Shouldn't Call the Doctor If You Can't Afford the Pill or the Bill. Thank you from London for not following the way of most reactors and play some bloody good music. Well, thank you, Mrs. Millwall. That's really nice because I try to play things that are out of the norm, and I know a lot of them don't get a lot of views, but I have a lot of fun doing them. So that's cool. Thank you very much. We're gonna do a Dr. Feelgood song. We're gonna do "Shouldn't Call the Doctor If You Can't Afford the Bill." I've never heard the song, so it's gonna be kind of cool to hear that song. Also, I did find on YouTube the live version of this, so that should be good. Also, I want to just talk a little bit about Dr. Feelgood. Dr. Feelgood was formed in 1971 by Lee Brelu and Wilko Johnson. Wilko Johnson, a great guitar player. He left Dr. Feelgood in 1977, which kind of left a hole in Dr. Feelgood as far as I'm concerned, because he's such a good guitarist. The other cool thing about Dr. Feelgood is Lee Brelu. He lent $500 to start the Stiff record label, and you've heard me talk about Stiff Records, I think, over and over again. It's one of my favorite labels. It's out of the UK as an independent label. I've got just about everything they have, and Lee Brelu helped form that label, which is kind of cool. Dr. Feelgood's a pub rock band, as I mentioned in my reply, and pub rock started like in 1973, 1974 as kind of an answer to glitter rock and to progressive rock. The problem with progressive rock that they saw, it was too intricate. It took too long in the studio to produce a song. These songs were 10 to 20 minutes long, and they did so many overdubs. It was just way too much. What pub rock was trying to do is get away from that and just do things very simplistic. Normally they just had a guitar, a bass, a drum, and a singer. And in the case of Dr. Feelgood, Lee plays harmonica. So their albums would normally be live in a pub, because that's where they played, was in pubs, or if they went in the studio, it was 1 or 2 takes and they were done with the song, on to the next song. So they were kind of like the forebearer of punk rock. Punk rock took it a step further and was just like this people who never played instruments before getting together and just hammering out a song, a 2-minute song in no time. And so they were like the next step in simplicity in music. So that's kind of cool. Thought I should mention that. There was a few pub rock bands that did albums. Ones that I had were by Brinsley Schwartz. They were a pub rock band. They were on Capitol Records here in the United States. And they had Nick Lowe as their bass player. And he wrote most of their songs, which was kind of cool. That's how I introduced me to Nick Lowe, who later on did a lot of production work. He produced, I think, the first 5 albums by Elvis Costello. Just big into the new wave scene. Nick Lowe is big into the new wave scene. Another one is Ducks Deluxe, another pub rock band. Another one was Kilborn and the High Road. Now, Kilborn and the High Road later on became Ian Dury and the Blockheads on the Stiff label. So just kind of like a family of musicians. They're not physically related, but as musicians, these pub rock bands pretty much hung out together. It's kind of cool. So here we go. We're going to do Dr. Feelgood. You shouldn't go to the doctor if you can't pay the bill. So let's watch this. It's live, and it should be fun.
Your heart is feeling so. Call the doctor and I'll fix it first up. I'll be on the right away, but you might find you're having faith. Got a consultation and a guarantee you. When you're dying of a dreadful disease, you don't worry about the medical fees.
stop right there. It looks like Wilko Johnson's going to be going into his guitar solo. This is from 1975. And it was taken from the album Malpractice, which came out in 1975 as well. So you can tell, very simplistic, very much rock and roll. I mean, these guys are very much fast-driven rock and roll. It's like, let's get this song done as fast as we can so we get on to the next song. But very powerful, and like I said, it's simple. You got a bass player, you got a guitar player, you got a drummer, you got a singer, and they just then go into every rock song you can think of. It's just really good stuff. So we're gonna go back and see how Wilko does this guitar solo. I want to make sure we catch this whole guitar solo. Don't want to miss a second of it. Okay, wow. A 2 minute and 42-second song, and Wilko Johnson does 2 guitar solos, and they're both hot. I love how he's leaning up against Lee for low. It looked like they had their cables wrapped around Lee somewhere, and they're trying to get the cables unwrapped. So he's like leaning back playing his guitar. Pretty cool. And it looked like Lee changed the oil in his car right before he did this concert. I mean, that suit is all black, soot or something. I don't know. But great stuff. Great stuff. I mean, this is what they do, and they do it great. It's just simplistic rock and roll, and they do some good blues as well. I mean, there's a couple of good blues tracks on the albums that I've heard. Just love it. Just love it. It's fun to listen to. It's a different style of music, but it's just fun to listen to. Fun music. So that was Dr. Feelgood. You shouldn't call the doctor if you can't afford the bill. If you like that, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. If you have any comments about Dr. Feelgood, the song You Shouldn't Call the Doctor, or maybe you saw Dr. Feelgood in the 70s or the 80s, or just recently. If you did, put in the comments below. That'd be really cool. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe now. Do it right now. Ring the bell. You'll get updates to my latest videos. So my day is going really great. I'm hoping your day is really great. I got a big smile on my face. Hope you have a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.